Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to Rings from Aesop Rock. This was suggested by Kufuku Ice, so thank you, Kufuku, for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below, guys. I really do appreciate them. But without any further ado, let's get right into this. Let's see what Aesop has to say. Let's see what Rings is all about. Let's get it. This is also the first Aesop video that we've done with a music video that's not animated, so I'm excited to see what this looks like. Oh. So our man's found a missing poster for Aesop, and then he just gets slammed by a car. His head's bleeding. That was quite an intro right there. And now we got the beat swelling. Let's see what happened. Okay, so all the neighbors came out, they called the police, crime tapes up, they drawn the body outline, which honestly, I always thought that was kind of cheesy. I don't know if police actually do that, but like tracing the line around where somebody was laying, that's an interesting one to me, especially in the middle of the street. Bruh, why is his whole head cracked in half? Oh, I don't like that at all.
Used to draw, hard to admit.
Oh, God. That... Yo, there's like a workshop with little boxes, man. That's in drawers and cabinets. What is happening? Oh, that's crazy. So we're looking inside Aesop's head right now. Interesting. Let's see where it goes.
Used to draw, hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name, new.
Okay, nice flow coming in. We're starting off talking about when he was a kid and he used to draw, just doodling.
A man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the gap of the map.
Oh, this is really interesting. I think he said cuneiform. Maybe I'm mispronouncing that. That word sounds so familiar to me. Hey, y'all know what it means? Let me know in the comments down below. But this is cool. We got a little robot dude out of wood making paintings. And I don't know what this is. It looks like a painting inside of a cabinet. Let's see.
His world might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all
when you get 3 dimensions stuffed into 2. So, you know, we was talking about portraits, talking about just drawing things from real life. You're taking those 3 dimensions, putting them into 2 dimensions. That's interesting.
Imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod.
Okay, so it sounds like we're hearing about Aesop's like birth as an artist right now, where he was living, I think he said in New York, he was, you know, doing odd jobs, he was rhyming, he was drawing, he was in school, he was doing his thing.
I'm in a steel and a bee in a cloud. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of deer in the light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. One about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings, just to count your rings an hour.
Yo, nice switch up there. I like the change in the voice, adding the different effect. And then now it looked like they're pulling that other drawer out of his stomach, and I'm not sure what it was full of. It's just more compartments. Huh. Yo, he had a bunch of compartments up in his head, bunch of compartments down wherever this little drawer is as well. Look, they got like this section of like Aesop meat right here on the top with a handle on it. This is an interesting track, man. It looks like he's talking about the inside of his head, the way his mind works, what he's gone through, and also just talking about art and getting into that, which is real interesting.
Down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings an hour. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down.
Bruh, he's pulling like pens and erasers and paint and just a bunch of different things out of him.
Chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's base. It was bloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic, and I grew up in Valencia.
Drank Kool-Aid from a tool of acrylic? Okay, yeah, so he used to be a painter. And he said it's hard to admit that he used to be a painter, which is interesting. But this is, dude, there's so much going on in this. I'm like trying to follow the lyrics, but also follow this music video. All these little drawings we got. And that little wood, like, dragon snake that's, like, slurping around, breaking through all the doors. This is really interesting. Like, we're seeing art, we're seeing the creation of it, and we're also seeing the destruction of it. Huh.
Minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic, and I grew up in linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush, then a week.
Yo, his whole face is stitched back together. That sounds hard. Oh, I hate looking at that. But yo, look, this little dragon punched off. Dude, this is a very interesting song. Great flows, great rhyme scheme. There's a lot of meaning buried in this track.
Alive, routine day with a dirt cheap brush, then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count.
Yo, look, his head opened back up. And now we have, again, all these art supplies that they found in him at the hospital just, like, falling back out onto the table.
They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings an hour. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Huh. Okay. Well, that was a really interesting track, guys, with an absolutely insane music video. I really enjoyed that. I hope you all did as well. I know we didn't break down too many of the bars or anything like that, so if anything stuck out to you guys, let me know in the comments down below. Also, leave some suggestions down there as well. I really do appreciate them. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Make sure you all hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you're excited to see more videos like this, and I will see you all next time.